just by clicking around, and looking at all these storage facilities, it really kind of gives you an idea of like what the market looks like here too. Let's look at Metro Mini Storage. Let's see what this looks like. Let's look at this one. This is a good looking one here. And let me see. Probably not even in the right place. Or no, oh, it's indoor. This is probably indoor storage, I bet. I feel like I've been here, but you know what? Every storage facility looks the same to me, honestly. Okay. All right, so I can't tell where it's at. So this one, who knows? But it's probably, I bet you it's indoor climate control is what it is. And then we've got like All American Storage is right here. Let's look at this one. Yeah, see, it's like big, huge storage facility. Let's look at not pods. Let's look at Metro Mini Storage right here. Okay, so here's this one. Yeah, this is indoor climate control and outdoor. It's all gated. We got a man in a suit trying to sell something. All right. You always want to, like, if you have a business, like you want to be looking at your pictures of what people tag you into, because you can always come in and clean all that up too. You don't want some random thing being tagged. As a storage facility owner, we have to do this on a regular basis. Okay, here's another one. Affordable mini stores, a small one, but it's got a car wash in it. Right, just by clicking around, and looking at all these storage facilities, it really kind of gives you an idea of like what the market looks like here too. So there's some smaller players here, but there's also some bigger players here. So Tuscaloosa, I would consider honestly like a sub-primary to a secondary market. I really consider this a sub-primary. But for me, trying to get into like bigger player areas, like I can afford typically, like I can afford right now, let's say like a 1.5 to a $3 million deal. That's what I can afford. Okay. So like this would be the perfect area to be looking for like these types of deals. And this is the 100,000 people in this area. There's probably more people in the metro area, but 100,000 just in Tuscaloosa. It's right outside of Birmingham, but this might be a good secondary to sub-primary location to be investing in. Okay. And then you want to you want to, when you're zooming in, I'm just going to X out of this so we don't see that, but when you're zooming into Google, you're really playing around with just zooming in and out of Google to give you an idea of what this market looks like. So if we consider, let's say, if we just stay here in Alabama, we could see Huntsville, Birmingham, and Montgomery and Mobile. We all know are the major players. Tuscaloosa pops up. So Tuscaloosa is getting all up in there, right? And then we can zoom in a little bit more and we could see all these, here's Oxford and Tupelo, Meridian, Starkville. These are probably going to be secondary markets. Auburn, okay, Dawson, right? I had a guy that owns 6 storage facilities in Dawson. He wanted to sell them to me for $29 million. All right, so just think about that, right? Even though it's a little tiny secondary town, maybe 100,000 people, right? Prices are still expensive. Dawson. So Dawson is 75,000 people. All right. And he wanted to sell me 6 storage facilities for $29 million. I wonder if he ever sold them. But, all right. So that's only 75,000. These towns right here, Dawson, Meridian, Hattiesburg, Laurel, Monroe, Ruston, these are all secondary market towns. Secondary markets. So we have primary, secondary, and tertiary markets. Secondary market's going to be like I said, 75,000 to, maybe I'll say 50,000 to maybe 200,000, something like this, or 150,000. It's kind of like that middle area. Okay. And these are going to be still expensive areas. It's going to cost, it's going to cost for nice facilities in this area. It's going to cost money. Okay. So for instance, I was looking in Tallahassee, I was like, I want to buy some storage facilities in Tallahassee. I mean, the cheapest facility I could find in Tallahassee was $4 million. Okay, so like it's probably the same way with all these other ones, Dawson and Albany, but in the same respect, in some of these secondary markets, you might be able to find like maybe that mom and pop that just never sold. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that one family that's just like, no, I want to like, give it to my kids when I'm younger, and then the kids get it and they're like, screw this, I don't want this anymore, right? Or something. So, you don't want to discredit if you can afford more expensive facilities. You don't want to discredit these kind of secondary market cities in your state.
Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.